Hello, I see you all coming in. First, I'd like to say thank you, Lord, for allowing me and my family to make it another day, to see another day you created, and to keep us out of harm's way when it comes to this coronavirus. God bless. Hello, everyone. Sensei Bowling, the Never Stop Training Guy. I'd like to apologize to some of you all. I said I was going to come on at 2 o'clock, but I got kind of tied up doing other things, so I decided to get on at 4 o'clock. I see you, Mr. Carlos. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is show a couple of movements with the Extrema stick. But first, I'd like to share something with y'all on how this Extrema stick came to be. Now, this is how it was told and taught to me, so I tell you what I think, how they came to be. Actually, the Extrema stick was started out as being a bow pole. I talked about this once before, but some disagreed, but that's fine. Check this out. The bow pole. What happened was, it was two warriors. They was dueling, or I would say fighting to the death amongst one another. Both had the bow staff, doing techniques, deadly techniques. One of the warriors' bow ended up hitting and being broken in half. And when it was broken in half, he ended up with two clubs, of course, no longer having the bow pole. So he had to adapt and come up with a way of defending himself with both clubs. And what the warrior did was use the clubs against the bow staff and came out victorious. And that's how the Extrema stick came to be. But here we go. I'm going to talk to you all about a couple of movements with the Extrema stick. First, you must know this. When it comes to the Extrema stick, you can actually use one. You can use one. Or you can use two. But the proper way of using it is with the club and a knife, which I don't have a knife, but you can use it with a knife and the club. That's the proper way to do it. But the main thing about using the Extrema sticks is knowing the striking areas on a person's body. Now, every system have their different ways of teaching it and have their different pressure points with it. But count them with me. This is my way of doing it. The first one would be to the top of the head. That'll be one. Second one will be to the temple. That's two. Third one will be the collarbone. 3. Fourth will be attacking. 4. 5 would be the growing. 6 will be the rib cage. Those are actually the striking areas, or the areas you attack with the Extrema stick. That's the way it was taught to me. Now, when it comes to blocking with the Extrema stick, you don't want to actually throw your stick up to do a block. Let me step back a little bit. I see most guys on Facebook do things and they do the block here with the stick. Now, if you block here with the stick, keep in mind, if you do a high block, for instance, high block pushes off, right? And whatever hit your block tends to slide off. That's the way to develop with the high block. You push off and keep a little curve in it, it slides off, right? But if you have your Extrema stick and you go up with the same motion to block, once it blocks, it slides down and hit your knuckles, right? So that's a no-no when it comes to blocking that way. If you want to block something coming in dead at you, I suggest you block this way, so when it hit, it slides down the shaft of the Extrema stick. But, some have their own method and ways of training. But that's a good block. When you go up, block it at this angle, and it hits and slides down, instead of pushing it off here, hit your knuckles. But now, when going to attacking, like I said, you attack the top of the head, temple, down shoulder bone, stab in, growing, rib cage. But the main thing about the stick, you want to move with it. You don't want to sit in one place and do it. You want to put that movement with it. That's what makes this screamer stick work. Putting the movement, never staying in one place, moving, turning, moving, and attacking over the top with two of them. Now with one, you can maneuver it the same way, attacking the same parts, moving up and down, attacking it in and out. That's with one or two. Now, you see some guys deploy this block here. That's all right, but what is it doing? What is it doing? It could get past that guard doing that. I wouldn't go up and block like that. I would kind of fade out to the side. So it becomes fade out to the side. After you fade out to the side, protect the rib cage. But there are numerous ways to block, but you must have the proper block with the screamer stick. But doing a form with the sticks. Doing a form. Here we go. Bowling. Shouldn't be positioned. Club in each hand. Now this form has like an eye. It moves left, right, straight ahead, left, right, come back down, left, right. Now what I mean by left, right, you're attacking to the left and then turn attacking to the right. Attacking to the right. Now, this is the way you started out with the kata. Look left, attacking here. Notice the block now. I didn't go up here. I turned down to the sideways and attacked the rib cage. There, bam. Now I turned the same way. Here, attack the rib cage, bam. Now I'm going up center mass. When I go up center mass, I go down to the top of the head, attacking here, side of the temple, and inwards here. I'm gonna turn that left leg over, deploy that block again, rib cage, turn here, deploy the block, rib cage, and back down center mass, back to the head, collarbone, temple, in, and there. That's just a short kata with their screamer stick. But when it get to doing all these fancy movements, all of this does is just throw your attacker off. That's all you're doing. Nothing to this, just movements. But the true meaning of using this is knowing the proper areas of striking your attacker. Now I normally hit a tire when I'm practicing with them. For example, like I said, top of the head, huss, temple, collarbone, step in, rib cage, going, moving with it. I stop the head, over, root, hit. Now with this, you can deploy kicks if you would like to. You can add kicks with the weapon when you're doing it. But now when using one of them, you can really do the maximum damage. Some practitioners hold the club all the way to the end, right? That's fine and dandy, but to me, I like to keep some of my shaft exposed. The reason why, you can hit with this part also. You can trap with this end on your attacker's wrist. Got me so far. Numerous things you can do. Come behind a person's neck with it, grabbing and deploying pressure. That's why I keep some of my shaft exposed instead of grabbing it all the way on the end. But everyone has their own way of training. But like I tell everyone, it's more than one way to train. More than one way to train. This is the screamer stick. Go back to one, just like the nunchuckos. You can go here, bring it over, grab your hand, bring it over, grab here, bring it over, bring it over. Just different ways of changing it. You can go back around your back with it. Screamer stick. Just a short demonstration. Let's